Hi everybody, it's Enrica and today is July 17th, 2012. Yesterday was my weigh-in for week 29, so I'm over 7 months out from my surgery, the vertical sleeve gastrectomy, which I had on December 27th, 2012. This week, actually yesterday when I weighed in, I was at 207 again, so 0 pounds lost for the week. 2 weeks in a row, I'm officially in a stall, but I'm pretty over obsessing about it. I've spent the past 2 weeks really thinking about every single thing I put into my mouth, my level of activity, how much water I'm drinking, things that I might be doing to sabotage, and I'm done with it. I mean, this happens. Stalls happen. Weight gain even happens, and I think the whole point for me is that I have to learn to deal with it, and just regroup and do it healthily without obsessing and without getting frustrated or let it be self-defeating or want to throw my hands up in the air. Um, I just have to learn to roll with it. I noticed as soon as other people started setting goals for me, like my doctor, and I started setting goals for myself, which was to meet my doctor's weight goal. I also made a goal with myself that by the end of the summer, by the end of August, I wanted to be under 200 pounds. As soon as I started doing that, my whole thinking just went through this paradigm shift that was horrible, because I went from taking it day by day and at the most that week, at a time, to looking at months in advance and really putting a lot of pressure on myself. So I feel it's been kind of detrimental, and I've done it to myself. I'm not going to blame anybody else. The past 2 weeks I have talked to my dietitian a few times, and it's just one of those points, I'm sure everybody's reached it, where you hear conflicting information and you're just like, what am I going to do? I hear you say one thing, and then I hear you say another, and I have to remind myself it's as much a journey for them, the medical professionals, as it is for us, even though they have gone through this process. I mean, the center that I have gone through has bound to have had thousands of surgeries in the past, I want to say 7-8 years that it's been open. But nobody's the same. Nobody's journey is the same. So they can only offer so much information and suggestions for you. You try it, it works, or it doesn't work. So anyway, the first week that I didn't lose weight, I talked to my dietitian, and she said, don't sweat it. Just make sure, maybe you're not weighing yourself at the same time, or maybe you haven't. Something's different, which, I'm OCD. Nothing changes. I make sure I weigh in the same time. I haven't eaten anything. I've gone to the bathroom already, so that never varies. But anyway, then she said, okay, well, make sure you're not snacking because that might sabotage it. So no snacks, stick to it. And at the time I was on 1 meal a day, 2 liquid shakes, protein shakes, and that was the past 2 weeks. Then I weighed myself this morning. I called her back and I said, okay, week 2, didn't lose any weight. And she says, okay, well, I think you're not taking in enough calories. You need to snack more. You need to do this. You need to make sure that you're exercising. Don't overdo it. Make sure you're drinking enough water, but definitely start putting in a high protein snack before and after your workout and throughout the day. And so it's like, okay, great. So now I'm going to eat more. Which actually this week I'm finally back to my regular eating schedule, which is 2 meals a day and 1 protein shake a day. And that's what I'm supposed to stick with throughout surgery. I had kind of gotten it wrong, and for a while back, it was about 5 months, maybe 6 months. Yeah, about 5 months out. I went to having 3 meals a day. And I was still taking kind of a protein supplement. It wasn't really a shake. It was either like a scoop of nectar in water, which I didn't consider a shake because it's water-based, but it still has calories. Or else I would get Greek yogurt and I would put the nectar in it. But anyway, I was told not to do that. So I'm finally back to having 2 meals a day. I'm supposed to snack now, and what she said was my body was going through kind of a starvation mode from being through an extremely reduced calorie diet for too long. I was on my liquid diet for too long, and part of me wanted to say, weren't you the one that recommended 5 weeks of this liquid diet? I mean, but again, I have to remind myself, everybody's body reacts differently. So I guess my body's angry at me, and I'm finally back to a normal eating routine. It just kind of goes against everything in me that you've had drilled into you to eat more. So now I'm starting to think, okay, I've got to eat a little bit more to lose weight because I was eating less and I wasn't losing weight. That doesn't make so much sense to me, but again, I just feel like I don't regret going through this process. I just know in the future if I do decide to go back to a brief liquid diet, it's going to be brief. It'll be maybe 2 weeks, and then I don't even think I'll be doing that very often, just if I really get off the beaten path and my carb intake goes haywire again. But hopefully I'll be able to stay away from that. I'm also thinking that I might be kind of overdoing it in the exercise department. I'm going, I'd say, 6 days a week to the gym. 3 days cardio, 3 days strength training, and then I still tried it like these past couple of weeks. I've tried to get in some sort of physical activity every single day, even days that I don't go to the gym. On Saturday, I went to Carlsbad Caverns, which is a national park that's close to here. It's about a 2.5-hour drive from here in Carlsbad, New Mexico. And it's really neat. It's a very big cave, and it's about a 1 to 1.5 mile hike downward. So it's at like a 20 degree grade decrease. And then you walk for about a mile or so around the biggest room, and then you take an elevator back up. It's about a 3-hour walk, almost 3 miles, or you can hike back out, but yeah, after those 3 hours, I was pretty tired. Anyway, my calves were actually sore the next day, so on Monday, I took the day off. I didn't go to the gym, and I think I've been really pushing myself to make sure I go to the gym every single day. I think if I miss the gym 1 day a week, if I feel like it, I shouldn't feel guilty over it. You know, I really need to get out of this perfectionist mode where I obsess over things. Let's see, other things that I wanted to talk about. I had kind of a neat experience the other day. On Sunday, I went, my sister was celebrating her birthday, so myself, my sister, a couple of females from the family, we went out to lunch, and then we went to this shopping center. It's outdoors, and you walk around. It's in an older part of the town. It's very nice. Anyway, so we went to lunch, and I'm sitting there, and I'm looking at the way I eat, and I'm looking at the way everybody else eats, and I feel like an alien sitting at the table because it really makes you realize how fast everybody eats when you're kind of forced to eat slow. And I really have to eat much slower because I'm not getting in as much as I should. So I really, really have to pace myself, or else in 10 minutes I'm done. So yeah, I kind of do things now, I've noticed, to make myself seem like I'm eating like everybody else. Like, I'll move my fork around and just kind of play with my food and shift my food around because it looks like I'm doing something. It looks like I'm eating. I order water, although I don't drink it because I'm not supposed to drink it. I even ordered tea that day because everybody else was ordering tea, so I said, yeah, I'll have a tea. And then afterwards I thought, why the hell did I do that? I'm not going to drink it. But anyway, so that was odd. But afterwards, we're walking around, really neat shops. They have a lot of boutiques and clothing shops and jewelry stores and stuff like that. So we were in one, and I saw this shirt, sleeveless shirt. It's kind of like, I don't want to say a tank top because it was really nice and dressy. It was this turquoise color and had a really beautiful beaded collar to it. It was very, very nice, and I kept looking at it, and the sales lady told me, well, just try it on. And I thought, well, you know, it's not a matter of it fitting or not because it was a large. I knew it would fit, which I'm happy to say I can fit into a large, extra large sometimes. That's awesome. But I don't know, it was sleeveless, and that's what held me back because I've always been self-conscious about my arms. And now, you know, I feel like I have a little bit of extra skin, so I'm even more self-conscious. So anyway, she says, no, just try it on just for fun. So I go back, I try it on, I come out, and she's looking at me, and she's saying, you know, I don't see what you're seeing. You have good-looking arms. It looks like you work out. I mean, I can see tone and definition in your arms. And I kind of smiled at her, you know, I was thinking, oh, okay, yeah, you know, you're a sales lady. Good sales lady. I mean, she's kind of boosting me up there, but I just kind of was ready to dismiss it. A couple of members of my family that was there, some of the females were telling me, you should get it. You should at least try. At least try to wear it someplace. And I kept thinking, no, I don't do sleeveless. The Enrique that I was would never wear sleeveless. I'm not that person anymore, though. So I need to kind of wake up and see that. And then the sales lady, again, a sales lady, I know, but she said something that really, almost made me emotional at that time. She put her hand on my shoulder and she said, honey, you're looking through the wrong colored glasses. And she kind of walked away, and I was like, wow, okay, I am looking at myself through, what she says, wrong colored glasses, but I guess I am still looking at myself through that old frame of mind that I can't do that. I can't do that. I have so many limitations on my body. So yeah, I buckled. I bought the shirt. So mission accomplished, sales lady. But I've set up the challenge for myself. I'm going to wear a sleeveless blouse one time this week. So yes, I'm going to do it. Another challenge that I want to set up for myself is I want to go the whole week without weighing myself. So 2 challenges: go sleeveless, don't weigh myself every day. Let's see if I can do it. Other than that, I'd like to say that I hope everybody's having a wonderful summer. My summer is winding down to an end. I have a few more weeks and then I'm back at school. So yay, I think I need that to kind of distract myself from all of this obsessing. I hope you guys are doing well in your weight loss surgery. I'd love to hear from you all. Any kind of questions, comments, anything like that, please share. And I hope you guys are doing really great out there. Talk to you later.